Time for the greatest spectacle in all the sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the 5-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, the Bills come into this one still seeking that elusive first-ever Super Bowl title.
Hard to believe they don't have one, because you have to remember, back in the day, as the kids like to say, they went there 4 straight times. Super Bowls 25, 26, 27, and 28. They lost to some of the giants of the NFL at that time, though. They lost to the Giants. That was the first one. They lost to Washington, and they lost to Dallas twice. Some great names on those Bills teams. Jim Kelly at quarterback. Marv Levy was their head coach. Where would you rather be than right here, right now? I used to love when he would say that. Thurman Thomas on that team, but they never won one. Had a best chance against the Giants in the first one. Came up a field goal short. Hard to believe this Bills franchise. No Super Bowl wins.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 7th time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era as they look to claim their 6th title, which would tie them with the Patriots and Steelers for most ever.
I like how you stated that they're one of the more successful franchises in Super Bowl history, because at one point they were 5-0 in Super Bowls. Joe Montana with wins in Super Bowl 16, 19, 23. And 24. And Steve Young, remember that one? Get the monkey off my back, as he won big in Super Bowl 29. But they lost their last time out against the Ravens in Super Bowl 47. They're looking for a little bit of that. Can we get right again, guys? And I think the San Francisco 49ers team is going to play awfully well in this game.
And they're hoping that the lights stay on in the stadium the entire game this go-around.
Check 43. Under 10. Two-jet bomber. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stevens. Got his target, Samuel. The 40. 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go.
Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Out. You got tape. You got any weapons. Watch the safety creep. Here we go.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49ers 40-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Irvin. 57 to Mike. Here we go.
To throw, it's Allen. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this will move the chains again, as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, Allen. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. 3 out. 3 out. Check. Check. Hot route. Hot. Check 31. Check 61. Matchbox light. Hey, Echo.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Got it.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. Tighten up.
Off play action. Stevens nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He's going to float this one deep right side and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check, Mike 57. Mike 57. Check. Check 37. Check 37.
To throw again. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, Delta.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Half 85. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll go with a big back. Yeldon. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Protein spill. 56.
This is Yeldon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Half 35. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
You think we won't get this? 57 to Mike. Mike 57. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. He gets it to Brown, complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First down. First and 10 at the 33.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, hold on. Watch twins.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 29, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That's all right. Middle. Hey, look 3, look 6, bullet high.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now See on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, box drop, box drop.
Second and 1. Going up top. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up third down and 1.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
You're out.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Let's make these big five.
The final shot before break. Stevens, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. With a never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get us.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Cut.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Let's go.
To throw on second down, Stevens. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Go.
Watch the pass.
Yep. You draw Porter.
Mike 49. Hey, we're pretty quiet.
Operating from the gun, Stevens. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Here's Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
50's a month. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
Hey, high 7. Come.
Off the play fake. Stevens is going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Stevens. He finds Coleman. The 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 71 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They will run again with Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Here we go, here we go. Whip. Watch the whip.
Rock it.
Show it up. Kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
Leo.
Undercrunch.
5. Ready?
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 15. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check three.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bills' 17-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
80 weapons. Snap.
Mostert. And across the track into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 17 yards out as they have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that.
Go.
57. Come on. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Keep it up, defense.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Allen going to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here if he gets another one. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. This is Mostert. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Hey, watch it.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch safety three. Watch safety three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense.
Hey, Sue.
Lights 57. 57's right.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Allen now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the
Come on, set. 30 base.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.